And as much as I'll hammer a YouTube or a Facebook for artificially promoting flat Earth, I think it's important that we recognize that institutions with a lot more power, like the mainstream GOP, are now huge platformers of conspiracy theories. They're normalizing it and they're weaponizing it, and theories like QAnon, which started fringe and still make it extremely fringe claims, are being ingested into this bloodstream. But as far as how theories like flat Earth work, I don't think we can entirely silo them into the harmless field just because their core claims are kind of silly. Because what's going on right now is conspiracy movements online are networking. So flat Earth groups, although in around 2017, when I started monitoring them, they did keep to themselves a little bit more. Nowadays, they are promoting QAnon-like theories. They're promoting vaccine hesitancy, and QAnon channels are promoting flat Earth. There's a ton of exchange. And I've even seen that in person in the meat world. Like, I went to a flat Earth conference, and these two women approached me and tried to give me a bracelet. And I'm like, why are you giving me free stuff? And it had a QAnon bangle on it. I'm like, are you even flat Earthers at all? They're like, not really, but we thought flat Earthers might be interested in this thing that we believe. So there is a real consciousness that people who might be conspiracy curious could be pulled further in an extreme direction. And I do actually think that's happening in a number of conspiracy movements.
Flat earthing is, a gateway drug, or is it, how much of this is people who are looking to make money, and how much of this is, break down the sort of dynamic, where the lines are in terms of sort of people who are exploiting the desire to belong and whatever the conspiracy provides for them, and then the exploited. How would you draw those lines? I mean, do you have a sense of, there's a couple of these people who are just like, I'm chasing the clicks on YouTube because I'm monetizing this stuff, or I'm selling, whatever it is, a special vitamin mix or whatever. I mean, what is it? How does that break down?
I think it actually breaks down along similar lines as most other influencer spheres, which are kind of pyramid schemes in an unofficial way, right? You have the people on top who it's really, really working for, and you only have a couple people who are really profiting from this. And actually, I'd say that the people who get the most clicks in a conspiracy video are not flat earthers, or the most clicks in a flat earth video. You have influencers like Logan Paul made a flat earth video. I think Shane Dawson made one. And they're not flat earthers, but they recognize that this is a sensational topic and that they can get some good play from that. Underneath them are genuine flat earthers, or people who make their whole channels out of conspiracy content. And some of them do make a living. They genuinely do. From that content, and they become kind of celebrities in the conspiracy world. And then underneath them is this just ecosystem of micro influencers, people selling flat earth books to each other and buying the other guy's flat earth t-shirt, selling conference tickets. And then there are so many people who are just feeding their money into the system, paying $300 for a conference where they buy a $25 hat and a $50 shirt. And somebody sold me a flat earth cookbook via PDF for $20. You can just waste all your money on this kind of thing. So most people, I think, are getting scammed to a slight degree.
What is it? What's in a flat earth cookbook?
Just the worst recipes, just telling you how to make pasta. Not worth my time.
Just to tell you how to make pasta. How is it different in a like when you live on a globe as opposed to a flat disc?
I think it was more just a branding opportunity. The guy knew that he could, kind of slap the flat earth name on it and people would buy it. I did.
Well, fair enough. So let me ask you this. I mean, do you come across any other conspiracies in the course of your work as a reporter in this field that are clearly just scams. I'm thinking, birds aren't real. I mean, I think like that was developed because somebody wanted to play a joke. It was somebody who was a comedian, I think, and it just sort of grew, and he just wanted to see where. But I mean, have you seen situations where something like this has spawned an actual movement?
You could make that argument, I think, with things like QAnon and Pizzagate. Most of their believers are really diehard believers, but both of those had inauthentic beginnings. QAnon is somebody LARPing as a government official, and unfortunately, they're just inspiring national Republican bloodlust. But I mean, none of these theories are factual. Somebody authoring them either has completely bought into their own lunacy or is consciously deluding people. And I think that's as true with flat Earth as it is with political conspiracy theories that are cannibalizing the GOP right now.
On this program now get like, will people come after us on Twitter or on YouTube as like just doing the work of whatever secret society that promotes the idea that the world is not flat?
You might get one or two, but it's listen, I've hung out with them for like years, and I don't feel personally threatened. So join the club.
How do they respond to you? Are there? I mean, does it get to the point of like, oh, she's definitely been sent by the government, or who is the entity that is keeping us shrouded in this belief that the world is not flat? Is there an entity that is in charge of it, and do you get accused of being like an agent of that? There's varying responses, because I do ask people, who do you think's hiding it? A lot of people will say the government, or I've heard somebody say it was like witches, and then of course standard answer is extremely anti-Semitic. So you can imagine. Do I get accused of being involved? I think I have a couple book reviews to that effect right now. But typically, listen, when I go and report on flat earthers, I tell them who I am and what I believe. I'm a journalist. I believe in round earth. But if you want to hang out and talk, I'm here to listen. And I've found that people are okay with that. People do want to talk, and they often tell me about their feelings, not just, their planetary beliefs. And so I find that people seem to trust me enough to not think that I'm a CIA agent, but to think that I'm mistaken and that I will come around, so to speak. Have you come around at all? I mean, has it shaken any of your beliefs in the round Earth?
No, I think I can prove round Earth pretty easily, so I feel pretty comfortable on that one.
All right. Lastly, what is the motivation for whomever it is that's hiding this information? What is the motivations attributed to them? I mean, because why are governments spending all this money putting troops at the border of the ice wall when there's an ice wall there? Like, what is the benefit that the Jews or whomever it is that is hiding the fact that the planet is flat? What is the benefit that we're supposedly getting from this?
You can ask 10 flat earthers and get 10 different answers. I typically hear things ranging from mind control to downplaying the role of religion, but I'll leave you with the weirdest one that I've ever heard. So flat earthers don't tend to believe in outer space. They don't think it exists. I was talking to this guy and I'm like, so what's the point? Why even hide it? He says, I think that they are trying to trick us into believing that there is an outer space, so that they trick us into believing there are aliens, so that when Jesus returns, we will mistake him for an alien and shoot him on sight.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I don't know why we would have to be so aggro against the aliens, but all right. I mean, that's at least there's an explanation. Kelly Weill, the book is Off the Edge: Flat Earthers, Conspiracy Culture, and Why People Will Believe Anything. Thanks so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.